Bro, it's so hot today. It's like 33 degrees Celsius, which is like 92 Fahrenheit here in Lisbon. Yeah, just crazy hot. I'm super sweat. But yeah, this is day one of recording myself every day of the year until the end of this year of 2025. Today is 30th of July. So that means that's around like 154 videos until the end of the year. Hopefully I can get it, even if it's just like a 2-minute vlog, and I'm posting these on YouTube. So if you're seeing this, you're definitely not my friend. You definitely clicked on this video by destiny, and maybe you are witnessing the beginning of something that's going to be big, hopefully. But yeah, I'm just doing this to document my life and see where this goes. Today I'm doing upper. Alright guys, so I just came back from the gym and it was a great session. We did upper, but I just realized that I probably didn't really introduce myself clearly. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm Gonçalo, and through my life I always liked to build products. And when I did a bunch of things in different companies, from investment banks, working on fintech, to trying to start my own AI startup for injection molding back when I was in college, which wasn't that long ago. 3-4 years ago, I was trying to build a startup called Mold AI, and it was basically a AI or for predictive maintenance of injection molding, which is a great industry here in Portugal, hot industry, which is mostly unsexy. And so there's a lot of money to be made there, but it ended up not. I think we didn't try enough, because we could have gotten invested 100k back in the day, and we were just college students, but whatever. It was a great experience still. But I also worked as a product manager in a software company. I did build my side projects and different products, and I ended up, when I was finishing my master thesis, which was very related with product management, as product discovery, I started creating or playing around with the custom GPT that OpenAI had launched, and I ended up creating something that went quite viral back in the day called Chat Político, which was basically different politic custom GPT for the Portuguese political parties. And at that time, it was the most hot topic in the moment. The Prime Minister of Portugal had a scandal and went out of government, so we had to have another elections. And then at the same time, AI and ChatGPT was booming, so I basically mixed both, and it ended up going so viral that it hit 200k views on LinkedIn. I had a bunch of people like DMing me to build projects or to be interviewed. Bro, it was the most shiny object syndrome that I had in my life. All the lights were pointed at me, and it was something that I did in 2 days. But it's the things that you compound and that over time don't get noticed, and then a day happens and it seems like it's overnight, right? And because of that, I was able to get a few connections, and I ended up on Sonant, which back in the day wasn't Sonant, but it's an AI startup. And back in the day it was even stealth, and I was the first employee, and it was from the United States with Portuguese founders, and I did a lot of stuff there, a lot of different stuff. I'm definitely a generalist. I started mostly like technical stuff, some backend, some logs, some QA, doing some agentic stuff. Then I was more focused on front end, and I ended up like 8 months in just focusing solely on growing the company. And then we got accepted by YC, but before that I was actually going out of the company because I always had this feeling that I wanted to start my own things. And to be frank, like, it's the best time of my life to do this. I don't have any kind of possibility or bills to pay, or I don't know, I don't have a child that I need to feed. I'm still young, I can go anywhere, I can risk it all. We are in the time where building with AI, it's so exponential. Every day there are new things coming through that speed up the process so much that it doesn't really resonate to me working for somebody if you don't have equity. And yeah, I ended up getting a pretty shitty deal in the sense that I tried to negotiate equity, but it didn't end up well. It was my fault, but back in the day it was a great offer in the sense that I had exposure to auto industry, AI agents, vertical, US exposure, which for a Portuguese kid, it's something like unbelievable. And I was the first employee, and I don't regret anything at all, but it's super great because the company is doing well, and I'm still, as I said before, working some hours a week, helping the company grow, especially in the organic part, which is the part that I actually ended up specializing the most. Traffic, organic clients, ranking on Google, ranking on ChatGPT, on LLMs. We have a lot of customers that come from those organic sources, and those are usually the best because you don't pay for them, and they usually really want the product because they are already looking for it. So yeah, I ended up specializing on that skill, which is actually a very demanded skill right now, because we are at a point in time where building products is getting easier. So the threshold of what a good product looks like is increasing, expectations are rising, you can build products faster. So the distribution is being pushed to another level, right? If we have more supply of products, then the bottleneck starts to be the distribution. So yeah, I wanted to specialize on that, and I just naturally ended up there because I really thought back on university that I was going to just end up on this product management career. I was really maxing out the product management career for someone doing my master thesis. I was doing my master thesis about product management, about product discovery. I interviewed 30 product managers. I was going to every single event here in Lisbon. I was volunteering in events. I had a good network of people very important or very known in the product industry here in Lisbon. I was working towards it, and this just popped out of nowhere, this role at Sonant. And I always had this idea that I wanted to build my side project and literally it's just having fun while providing some value to people. And that's what I'm really focused right now. So on this Sonant journey, I started just doing 10 hours a week, then 20, then 30, then they offered me a full-time offer. Then 8 to 9 months after, I said that I really just wanted to unlock some free time because I really wasn't having any free time to build any other kind of creative things. I was feeling that my creative power was getting lower because I was a bit just too involved on the project. And then the tides shifted a bit because the company just got invested or accepted by Y Combinator. And that changed a bit everything because then they offered me, they wanted to go to the United States, which is like once in a lifetime opportunity for someone in Portugal, especially someone almost out of college. And I went with them like 3 months, and by the way they rejected YC, so they went to another like very known investors. Well, not so much as YC of course, but it ended up being a better deal. And yeah, I went to the US like 3 months and it was amazing, like different from what you have here in Portugal. I went to San Francisco. Stanford. That's why I have this, you can see because this is focusing on my face. But yeah, I have this Stanford shirt and other stuff. And I even did like a road trip there. Like, it was amazing and I don't regret anything. And we really pushed there. The company grew so much. And now it's in a very good state. But I felt that it was the right moment for me to jump off the board as someone that didn't have like equity, stuff like that. It just felt like the right thing to do. And yeah, now I'm on my own, but still doing some freelancing for them. And yeah, now I have some like free time to work on these projects. That's why I also want to be here. And yeah, I think I just want these videos to be a bit of documenting my journey, my current thoughts, right? I think it's interesting to then compare what I think about now and compare it like in 5 years from now. And I think I can start by there, like what would be my goals for the next 5 years, like where do I see myself, which is very, very far away. Like, it's far away, but it's also very fast, like 5 years. It's very hard to predict as well, because things change so much and most of the things are like out of your control, but you can figure out a bit of like what would look like. For me, it would be like a life very focused on freedom, of doing whatever I want, whenever I want. And I think the objective of having that freedom is to be in some sort of peaceful state. And I think that's the ultimate goal, to be in peace. That's the main thing that I want, like to be fully satisfied with what I have. But I think I actually should end up this video because it's probably getting too long. And I really don't have the mental skill yet to understand if it's getting long or not. I want this to be like 5 to 10 minutes each day. And I will record these ideally after my gym sessions, which I want to do every day, basically. Now, actually 4 times per week, but then I'll run and do some other stuff. And I want to achieve 10k steps. But this is a great way, so I'll do these videos while I do my walks and talk about stuff. So again, if you're seeing this video, it's very interesting because you either scroll down to the first video, or it would be even more amazing and incredible that you just showed up on your recommendation, on your feed, because I'm not sharing this video with anyone, literally anyone. I'm not sharing this link video ever, maybe just one day very far away from 5 years later. But I'm just going to publish this video and another one, and I just want to be consistent. And I think I've did some pretty consistent things on my life, gym objectives, or pushing commits to GitHub every day or stuff like that. So I'm confident that I can do something like that, and I encourage you to do something like consistently, because it will make you understand that you can do things consistently. So that's what I'm going to do, and I just need to create a system that allows me to do this consistently. And the best way to do that, or the best way when you are starting an habit, and this is also written on Atomic Habits and stuff like that, is basically habit stacking. So you glue this habit to another habit that you already have, which for me is like going to the gym or taking a walk or something like that. And I just stack it on top. So after the gym, I take a walk and I record this and talk about anything and document my journey. So I hope you liked it. This is just a very introductory video, and I know now nothing will happen, probably until the next year nothing will happen, but that's how things go. You just are consistent, and if you keep being consistent, and if you are optimist and work and iterate, which is very important, you'll just get there on anything on your life. Maybe I'm just a bit delusional, but I really do think you can do whatever you want in life. And we are in a time of our lives where we are starting to get more tools and more tools to achieve what you want. And I do believe that just a small consistency, just trading off a year of your life to do something consistently will have huge compound effects. So just do it, and see you on the next video.